In 1457, King James II of Scotland declared, "Golf is hereby prohibited." This is the oldest existing written document related to golf. Considering more than 600 years back, Japan was still in the Muromachi period. At this time, we learn golf was already a game of the people in Scotland. However, in terms of gear, both the balls and the clubs were made of wood, and the head was referred to as a long nose because of its significant width and length. Much different from now. It was at the beginning of the 17th century, with the introduction of the feathery balls filled with goose feathers, that the evolution of golf began. In 1848, a ball known as the gaddy ball was discovered, which incorporated gutta percha, a rubber sap of the gutta tree. Hard and heavy, clubs acquired thick shafts and heads in an almost round shape. And the number of iron clubs increased, specifically to withstand the power of gutty. However, since gutty was cheaper and long-lasting, widespread popularity of golf grew suddenly. In 1898, the world's first string-wound ball, the Haskell ball, was introduced in the US. The popularity of golf was set alight by improvements in flying distance and direction. It was at this time, during the sudden rise in golf popularity, that McGregor was founded. While playing golf in Europe during a trip overseas, co-owners Edward Canby and John McGregor of the Dayton Shoe Lace Company were convinced that golf would gain the same popularity in the US. They utilized their technique for creating wooden shoe lasts and realized they could create persimmon club heads. The company name at this time was the Crawford, McGregor, and Canby Company. And within this, they gave it a Scottish ring to the company name by making their trademark simply McGregor. With the advance of the golf market, new technology continued to pour in. In 1922, the steel shaft was introduced, and McGregor was the first to adopt this into its merchandise. In 1927, McGregor was the first to introduce the world to its first full steel shaft finished golf set. Also, with the use of oil absorption, they increased the strength and durability of wood through their oil hardening technique. They fit a round section to the face, and with a gear effect, were able to improve the direction through their technique called fairway roll. This was the first of its kind in the world. Due to its unrivaled product advantage, McGregor grew to become one of the world's most prized club manufacturers. Among legendary golfers, including Tommy Armour and Tony Penna, McGregor is the club of choice, and we continue to maintain the highest level of excellence among all professional brands. Our line incorporates the opinion of top pros, and we created the Tommy Armour Silver Scott Tourney line and have achieved uncomparable trust from many famous players, with continued introduction of unrivaled golf items. In 1938, we were able to close large contracts with the likes of Ben Hogan, Byron Nelson, and Jimmy Demarais, as well as other famous golfers. These golfers became synonymous with McGregor value. In 1962, Jack Nicklaus, the greatest golfer of all time, went pro, and it was McGregor who signed him. We introduced the VIP model with much of his input, and he used this to achieve amazing results. Besides Nicklaus, we are honored to have David Graham, Tom Weiskopf, Ben Crenshaw, Tom Watson, and Seve Barastoras on our roster and enjoy their excellent performance in the majors. In 1980, Nicklaus was able to win both the US Open and the US Pro Tour. In celebration of this feat, we released a limited edition Jack Nicklaus limited edition model that was only available at 1,000 sets worldwide. This caused great excitement within the golfing world. In 1979, the stainless steel metal head introduced was a literal revolution. The metal heads were originally persimmon and about the same size at approximately 160 cc. Each year, this was getting larger, and the big head clubs became mainstream. The main and most popular clubs were ones used to make the game enjoyable and easier. In 1991, McGregor responded to this need with its MacTech. The club released in 1992 was 204cc, and it was the earliest of the MacTech metal types. "As long as you don't swing empty" was the key phrase to promote expansion of the sweet spot, and this club became a super hit. The next year, in 1993, the first titanium club was introduced. The first titanium head was about 220cc. The price was higher at above $1,200 US, but the flight distance achieved with this club was of huge interest. Titanium heads introduced a sudden and explosive evolution in golf. With slimmer shafts, larger heads, and high COR face, the fly lengths were amazingly further. This technology led to hits in 2001 of MacTech NV320 and the 2004 hit of MacTech NV3. MacTech became the brand to symbolize McGregor. However, rules were put in place to limit shot distance. And in 2008, the high COR drivers took their leave. High COR face was prohibited. This begins a new challenge. McGregor's new answer is the weight force technology. With a heavier head, both impact and power is increased. In 2012, we introduced the long NV and short NV to provide perfect length and maximum distance for golfers. We will also reintroduce our historic and beloved brand, Tourney. We will offer a gold tourney as well as a red tourney. MacTech for ease. Tourney to meet the requirements of athletic golfers. McGregor, through these two deeply cherished brands, will continue as the best-loved manufacturer for golfers worldwide.